1.3, government power and individual rights. So with the Articles of Confederation, we had a very weak national government and most political power belonged to the states. So at the Constitutional Convention, they were trying to figure out what's a balance between this British monarchy and a stronger national government. And they needed 9 states to ratify this constitution and put it into place so that there would be a stronger national government. And so with any matter at all, people have different opinions. Something as big as this, people are going to have lots of different opinions, and potentially strong ones. And here we're mostly discussing the difference of opinions between Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Federalists supported the Constitution. Anti-Federalists did not support it. James Madison, very Federalist. And Federalists argued that we need this strong national government. And because America is so diverse, it would kind of just end up protecting everybody and all of their rights from that of the elites. So basically, it would protect the states too. Another one of their goals was getting people to be no, this new national government isn't gonna abuse their power against the states. So in Federalist number 10, it's a foundational document that you need to know, Madison wrote about factions. So some powerful people forming their own little interest group and dominating politics and political decisions. And people were scared of that because they didn't want another sort of monarchy-esque situation. So Madison was no, the Constitution actually limits this. And he explained it in Federalist number 10. And he was okay, factions won't ever be able to be gone for good. But this system limits them. It's a representative and pluralist democracy, and we're considering a bunch of diverse people's interests. So he was basically, it'll all end up neutralized. So no one faction is gonna overtake the government, because there's so many people with all these different opinions that they will be representative because of the way that you elect people, etc., etc. Now, anti-federalists were we don't want the Constitution. They were more fond of the Articles of Confederation idea, because they were we had a really powerful over-the-top monarch, and they were this single executive officer deal is a little too similar. And Congress can tax and do anything necessary and proper. They were something fishy's going on here. Federalists wrote under the name Publius. I don't know, it's Latin, Publius. And Anti-Federalists wrote under the name Brutus, Brutus. And they would write articles for the newspaper so they could spread their ideas. Brutus number 1, foundational document you need to know. Brutus number 1 focuses on how a government that's too consolidated can be very dangerous. They were the citizens of a nation this large aren't really going to be able to know what's happening. So who's to say what the government could get up to? They were basically saying that personal liberty is at risk here. His case, and this is quoted, is that in a republic of the extent of this continent, the people ... would be acquainted with very few of their rulers. They would know little of their proceedings, and it would be extremely difficult to change them. He's there's not a good enough connection between the people ruling and the people citizening. Citizening is not a word. Don't try to use that in an essay. Here, they're kind of trying to specifically counter how the large government would prevent the rise of controlling factions and pushing the idea that it could, in fact, happen and factions could, come to rule, basically. And these newspaper publications gave, people the chance to form their own opinions. And so debate got very passionate. So it was there at, the national level and also at, the state level. Opposing views regarding government and democracy. Last time I tried to circle it and it didn't go very well, so I'm going to draw a star, because this graph basically sums it up. Federalists support national government, the strong one created by the Constitution, and they trusted that these constitutional provisions would protect rights of states and people. They were qualified people leading the nation, and thought that unchecked factions would be more selfish over the nation as a whole. Anti-federalists were more power for the states rather than the power for the strong national government. They were strong state government. They were also very Bill of Rights. They thought that that was needed to protect individual and state rights. And they thought to prevent the elite from having too much power, that many people need a voice in the government. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. I have more videos just like this on my page, so you should go look at those, please. Thank you.